Good morning. I'm going to attempt to make a swarm trap capture bucket. My idea is to cut a hole out of the top of this bucket right here and put me a piece of number 8 hardware cloth on the top of that with a funnel. Now this is not my idea. I saw it somewhere in a magazine or online and thought it sounded like a pretty good idea. It's just the opposite of a trap out. And I'll have the funnel going down into the bucket, so once I shake the swarm into the bucket, hopefully the queen will be in there with all her pheromones, and that will attract other bees to the top of the bucket. They will crawl down the funnel and then they won't be able to find their way back out. We're going to give it a shot and see what happens. I'm going to make my circle 8 inches. So I'm going to set my protractor here, get 4-inch radius. I've got the center, and I will just simply scribe me a line on the outside. Come back and cut that circle. I may use I think I'm going to try and use my jigsaw and see what happens. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give it a shot on the jigsaw here. Got a little hole drilled in it so I can put my blade through there. Get the tension off of this blade. We'll see what happens. It may not cut it. I'm afraid it's not going to cut very well. I'm just afraid the plastic is going to gum up the teeth of my saw blade. But we'll find out. Won't take too long. We'll know rather quickly. A little noisy there. Okay, well that seemed to work better than I thought it was going to. At least we got our hole cut out, and we'll go see if we can get our screen cut next. Alright, I've got the top cut out. I've got my number 8 hardware cloth up here. I'm going to simply trace me a circle around here and then come back and make an attempt to cut that out with my cutters. I will place that then down inside here. I'm not too good at drawing this circle. Down inside here and put my funnel in, make my funnel for it next. This shouldn't take too long. It always helps to have a nice pair of shears. These are actually some old tin snips that I don't even have a clue where they came from. I think it belonged to my grandfather, maybe my father. Came from somewhere because I know I didn't purchase them, so someone gave them to me. All right, so we've got those cut out. I've got that on the top, and I will find a stapler and staple those in there right quick. Hopefully it'll work. I love these air staplers. This is just a small stapler. That's going to stay in there real well. All right. Our next step is to make us a hole here in the center and make our funnel. Make I can do this with the shears. Actually, I think this is going to be a little bit easier just to use a knife and cut that wire, maybe than it is to get those. Well, maybe not. I'm going to cut it kind of in an X shape here. That way I can fold it either up or down. Now, the interesting thing was that you heard the telephone ring there maybe. That was a beekeeper friend of mine, and he said that he wanted some help with one of his hives. James Lamb, Southwest Arkansas Beekeeping. Some cows had got in and knocked one of them over. So I told him I would come give him a hand. So we're going to go try and set this hive back up and hopefully save the bees that were in it. He thought it was a dead hive. Now he's thinking that maybe that's a little bit different. Okay, so we've got our hole cut. Next thing I've got to do is make a funnel. We'll see how that goes. Here we go. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to roll this wire up into a cone, and then I'm going to try to cut it out. This looks like this will work right here. Okay. All right, so I've got it cut. It's kind of hard to see here, but I've got it cut. I've got it rolled into a cone, kind of sort of rolled into a cone. I want it about 7 inches long. So if I tuck it a little bit more, I've got a nice, about a 3/4 inch hole at the bottom. And I'm not going to stitch this together on camera. I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, well, I've got the top made. I've got the funnel installed, if you can see that. And it fits on top of the bucket like so. The cool thing is, I think, if this works like it's supposed to work, is you capture your swarm in the bucket. Hopefully you've got the queen in there. You put the lid off, and as the pheromones drift out from the queen, the other loose bees that you didn't gather will gather on top and eventually work their way down the funnel and won't know how to find the hole to get back out. I'll give this sucker a shot. I think it'll work. We'll find out. I hope I catch enough swarms.